Hey, I'm Joshua Griffith, epicenter on the P-Memory forums. I'm 23 years old, I live in Ohio, and I'm a raw food enthusiast and a graduate of the School of Phenomenal Memory. Now, before I did this, I didn't know a whole lot about consciously memorizing things. I had an okay natural memory, so I could memorize, I could remember things like math formulas, names, dates, strings of numbers, but I didn't know how memory worked. So when I forgot things, which was more often than not, I basically just assumed that my brain wasn't working right. This led to a long time of just assuming that I was stupid and I couldn't learn. Now, as you may know, the claim of the School of Phenomenal Memory is that you can memorize anything up to books. Now, I didn't think a whole lot about that claim. I basically took that at face value and said, okay, tell me how. Since finishing the course, I can memorize anything I can understand in any amount, and that includes books. I've already memorized 2. I'm going to be working on a 3rd, and I'm planning a 4th. So I'd like to show one book I memorized in particular. And if you're expecting Tom Sawyer or the Epic of Gilgamesh, you will be disappointed. It's this household hint book. It's short, 125 pages. The concepts inside are simple, but it's special to me in that it was the first book I memorized, and I did it in a little bit over 2 days. Actually, since I first memorized it, I've recorded page ranges so that I can find where in the book certain information is. Now, before, I would just try to remember things with words, vague impressions, images if the concept were bold enough, but I could memorize a book like that. So now I can call up whatever information I want whenever I want it. So, for example, cleaning your windows with rubbing alcohol and newsprint. This is from 1994. Did you know that you can use your old percolator to cook hot dogs and vegetables? Who has a percolator anymore? Some other obscure stuff that I've never heard of before, like apparently you can, and I need to be careful how I say this, otherwise I'm going to be responsible for breaking an awful lot of glasses around the world. Apparently you can slowly boil your drinking glasses in salt water to make them stronger. Look that up before you try it. I have no idea if it works or not. So I'm still pretty new to everything that my brain is capable of doing, and there are other students who are much better than I am right now. But I have memorized other things. I've memorized some phone numbers, the lyrics to one of my favorite albums, serial numbers to computer parts so that I wouldn't have to actually hold the part and be looking at the part, holding it in my hand. Some names. I have memorized Morse code, and actually since I first memorized the letters and symbols and pro signs, numbers, I have actually been made aware of the fact that there are a little bit over 200 commonly used abbreviations, and that includes Q code, so that'll be fun to pick up. I wish I could say I've done more, but I haven't done a whole lot with my life up until now. But with things I've learned here, I know I can do more. I now can handle and absorb pretty much any kind of information I want random digits, phone numbers, names, faces, dates, facts, figures, math, science, skill sets, whatever. Case in point, I memorized this speech, and I'm currently reading it to you directly from my head. If I tried to do something like this before, if I'd had to memorize something even this short before, it would have been intimidating. Not anymore. When I first heard about the School of Phenomenal Memory, I thought it was going to be just, a few minor skills that, just a collection of minor skills that I could use from time to time, here and there. It turned out to be the hardest thing I've ever done, but if I could do it over again, I wouldn't change a thing. Well, maybe I'd change some of my approaches to things. Who wouldn't? But it was totally worth it. Overall, I can learn things now in ways I couldn't before. I now have a shot at learning and applying anything I want. Overall, the School of Phenomenal Memory has had a bigger impact on my life than anything else. This is my school. The instructors and other forum goers are my teachers and my classmates. This is where I graduated. And my biggest thanks to everyone. Ruslan, Mark, Paul, Adam, Valerie, everyone else on the forum, anyone else I left out, thank you all so much. So, I'm Josh, or Epicenter, and thank you for listening. Catch you later.